The last traces of daylight sit quietly above the open fields, and everything around you feels unhurried. The air has a soft weight to it, the kind that holds the quiet in place, as if the evening wants you to stay a little longer before darkness settles fully. You walk at an easy pace along the edge of a wide field. There is nothing to reach and nowhere you need to be. The ground under your feet feels even, and the space around you stretches far enough that your mind slowly widens with it. The field is covered in tall grass. It doesn't sway much, just a subtle shift now and then as the evening air moves through it. Every so often, a small breeze passes by your arm, cool enough to notice, but gentle enough not to disturb you. The sky above you holds a soft glow that fades gradually, not all at once, but in the unhurried way that evenings often do. As you walk, you hear the faintest hint of insects somewhere out in the field. Their sound is steady, not sharp, almost like a thin veil of noise spread low over the grass. It blends so naturally with the atmosphere that it feels like part of the ground itself. You let it sit in the background while your attention moves easily from sky to field to your breathing. A few steps later, you noticed how the field seems to change color with the slow dimming of the light. What was once a warm tone becomes muted and cool, the grass shifting to deeper shades as the sky changes above it. Nothing dramatic, nothing sudden, just a gentle drift into evening. Your pace stays simple and relaxed. You don't need to think about where your feet land. The path is easy, broad, and steady, guiding you along without asking for attention. The air carries that faint, earthy scent that fields tend to hold at the end of the day. It's a smell that feels familiar, even if you haven't walked here before. The further you continue, the quieter everything becomes. The sounds that remain are soft and sparse. A distant rustle, a low movement in the grass. The faint hum that fills the space between open land and evening sky. You let the quiet gather around you without needing to react to it. After a while, the field opens wider, the horizon stretches out, long and calm. The sky above deepens in color, slowly drifting from the faint glow of twilight into a more even shade. It feels like the world is pausing here, holding still for a moment before night fully arrives. You take a slow breath. The air feels cooler now, smoother as it enters your lungs. Your shoulders loosen without effort. There's something about the wide openness of the field that eases your body without needing to do anything special. You simply continue your slow progress, aware of your surroundings but not pulled by them. The ground remains steady beneath you. The path gently curves, but it never narrows or rises sharply. Everything is made to be walked without effort. The tall grass softens the edges of the field, blurring the boundaries in the fading light. A bit further on, you notice a soft glow coming from the sky's last light. Not bright, just a hint of color that lingers longer than expected. It touches the tops of the grass and outlines them for a moment before slowly fading again. You don't rush to follow it with your eyes. You just let it pass, the way evening light often passes, calmly, without calling attention to itself. You keep moving at the same steady pace, letting your thoughts drift in and out. They don't need to settle anywhere. They simply appear and dissolve, replaced by a calm of the open field around you. There's something grounding about the wide space. It gives your mind room to settle, even when you're not trying to make it settle. Eventually, the path levels out into a longer straight stretch. The field widens on both sides, and the sky above darkens into a peaceful shade. A faint star appears somewhere high up, but only one, and it doesn't demand your attention. It's just there, like a quiet reminder that night is close. The air grows slightly cooler again. Your breath stays smooth, natural. Each inhale feels unforced. Each exhale softens a little more. The field is so open and still that even the sound of your breath blends easily into the evening. Nothing around you asks for anything. Nothing moves quickly. Nothing interrupts the calm. You continue along the open stretch, feeling the subtle comfort of the vast landscape around you. Every step feels simple, predictable, gentle. The path carries you forward, but never hurries you. And as the twilight deepens, the field settles into a quiet that welcomes you fully, softly, without expectation.